Hey everybody, it's JD. Welcome back to the channel. Was going to have a discussion about Holy Grail kits. And originally when Jason posted his video, my comment was I didn't have any. And then I was watching Matthew's video on the subject, and I realized, yes, I do have a Holy Grail kit. I have a friend, the same friend who got me to build the two versions of the 49 Mercury. He owned a 58 Edsel Citation, an original car, beautiful car. I've ridden in it a couple of times. And he was also a member of the Edsel Owners Club. And he took me to a meeting one day. And he also collected model cars himself. And when he was younger, he went, there was a hobby shop that was going to be torn down in the city that he lived in. And he went and he bought almost as many of the kits that that he could afford. And he had some like old kits, some of the original old skinny AMT box kits. And one of the kits that he had that I really, really wanted, I could not get him to sell me one, was an AMT 1960 Edsel convertible. He had three of them. He had one that was still sealed, he had one that he had opened that he was never going to build, and he had one that he built. I don't have any pictures of them. I just remember that I wanted one because Edsel only lasted like 3 months in 1960 from I think it was September to November. There was just a post that I saw on Facebook that was the anniversary of the cancellation of the Edsel. And I also wanted one because, as you see in this picture, that is me many, many years ago leaning on a 1960 Edsel convertible that was a guy who was a member of the Edsel Club. And as you see from the license plate, there were only 76 Edsel convertibles built in 1960. This is one of them. It's the only one I've ever seen. And I guarantee you that there were more AMT Edsel convertible kits made than there were of the real car. And they're very, very expensive. And I'd be like, if I ever got one, I would be like Matthew, and I would want one unsealed, which would be probably a fortune, and the other one I would build. And I would probably paint it like this one because that's the only one I've ever seen. And basically they really are is 1960 Fords with different trim. All the Edsels were basically Mercuries and Fords with, reskinned and everything, but they're very cool. I remember riding with my friend to one of the meetings. It was probably the meeting with this car I saw this car in, that we were going along down the freeway, and he drove this car. He said the reason this car lasted so long is because he actually drove it and treated it like a regular car. And we were like zipping along probably about 70 miles an hour on the freeway, and we're passing people, and those people would pull out and pass us back because they really wanted to make sure it was an Edsel that had passed them. But it was a great car. It was very comfortable. It was a nice car. Had wide white walls and everything. It was a beautiful car. It was black and white. I have pictures of it. I'll have to post them one day. But that is my Holy Grail kit. And someday when I can afford it, I will have one because I'm a quirk. I love Edsels. I think Edsels are kind of cool. I don't know. I remember who that blue one is, but this red wagon here was somebody that my friend was, my friend Bill, that was his name, was friends with the person that owned the red wagon. So anyway, that's my story. Thanks for listening. I wanted to do this real quick because I just got home from work and I wanted to do it while I had it fresh in my mind. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.